what is your thing?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Guy has his thing.
Oh, you should have a stutter. I'm making pasta. Carbonara.
I was over here advocating that I already am a thing.
No.
I didn't need a specific...
No, you should have a pasta. If you had a stutter with a little bit of Tourette's, I'm making cocksucker.
Hey, something's burning, something's burning, something's burning.
Permission to Party World Tour is in full swing. Avoid scalpers and go to BertBertBert.com to get your lowest price tickets.
Did you watch the movie with Russell Crowe when he revamps that vineyard in Italy or in France? Falls in love, learns how to play tennis.
The next 3 days?
Oh my God!
No.
My dream.
Oh.
My dream is tethered though. You know, my dream is also tethered with a downfall of me turning into a high-functioning alcoholic, of just living on a vineyard and just making wine, starting in the morning like, I'm a vintner.
Yeah, it's the best.
Yeah.
I actually
That sounds very appealing to me as someone who's 35 years sober. The minute you say high-functioning alcoholic, I'm like, I could do that.
You tweeted something probably 15 years ago that I think about every time I'm at the airport. Every time.
Wait to hear this.
You said, I can't imagine these people having a drink at an airport bar at 8 a.m.
Yes.
And I read it as I was having a drink at a bar at 8 p.m. And I was like, every time I drink it, I think of you. I just hear you whispering in my ear.
Do you know, it's not so much the 8 a.m.ers as it is the 6 a.m.ers. That
I've been the 6
earlier...
6 a.m.ers.
So
I've been the one who brings my own alcohol at 6 a.m.
I've been the one where when the Sky Lounge opens and you go to the bar, they're like, we're not open yet. I'm like, what are you talking about? Why are you even here?
So
why did they open the doors?
Here's the thing. I know I bring baggage to this because I'm a longtime sober guy. So of course it's going to be strange to me. When I was drinking, it was it didn't matter what time. I could wake up at 4 a.m. and start drinking.
Yeah.
And so I get that piece of it. I just look at these people who are like, woo, we're going on a cruise, and they're I can tell they're not drinking alcoholically. They're having some kind of, he's going to cut himself badly.
No. And I'm on blood thinners. It could be really bad.
There's going to be these people are having like a Bloody Mary. Yeah. And are they nervous to fly? Is it the way you start vacation?
It's nervous to fly.
Don't make up excuses. It's nervous to fly. You jumped so hard on that. I was like, no, it's
nervous to fly. It's nervous to fly.
Too quickly.
I was like, it's breakfast because it's like a piece of fruit because of the tomato. And they're like, it's fine if it's with tequila or vodka.
What are you doing?
He's cutting fennel.
Guys, I'm making you a fantastic meal. We're making schnitzel with a apple fennel topping on top of a bed of butter. And then I've got a great appetizer that's coming. But first, I want this to marinate. Guys, I'm cooking for you guys. Can you believe this?
No,
it sounds very. I'll eat fucking anything.
That is actually true. That is actually true.
That's true.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's actually true.
My friend to my right is very scrupulous. I mean, she'll look at it.
That is not true, Andrew Zimmern.
I watched you the other night on TV judging.
What do you mean you walked me the other night? What did I do?
I watched you the other night. You were doing some judging.
And what did I say?
The truth.
About? Oh, you watched TOC.
Yes.
And I said nice things.
You did say nice things,
yes.
But I also can read your eyes, and you're my friend. So I could also I also know when you're out there, you say 15 things and they keep one.
Exactly.
Because they need to. There's drama to be built, and there's tension to be done. Having judged that show, having eaten your food on that show,
you have eaten my food so many times. You're like actually.
I make that tartar sauce, by the way.
You are the most. You are like the scariest judge.
Why?
But, no, not in a way that you say anything ever mean because you don't.
TOC is Tournament of Champions, guys.
Yes, thank you.
By the way, I've been sitting here going TOC.
So, no, when I am sitting in that trailer by myself, well, not really,
with 6 other people.
6 other people,
yep.
like including the camera people, and I see you walk out, and I made fish and chips, like the first thing that came out of my mouth was like, oh, fuck. Like, this man has eaten I told you this, because you've eaten fish and chips like every And in every English pub all across England, like you'll talk about the most obscure little town in Glasgow.
The greatest foods in I have so many foods in my head, but when you had all I can tell you is how much money you made by doing the littlest amount of work. When you stood in front of the green screen, do you remember this show?
Yes.
Do you remember this show?
I know
this
where
is
you're
all
going.
because we were hosts at Travel Channel at the same time, and I remember running into him. This show is great. He goes, Bert, I stand in front of a green screen. I don't fucking travel anywhere, and the money's fantastic. And
Delicious destinations. They needed a companion show to Bizarre Foods that anyone, because you can't just like fly to, Namibia and hang out with the
You were never
Himba
there?
in delicious destinations.
It was.
No, I was never there. It was a green screen, and I just did tosses to
feel
VO.
lied
No one
to.
noticed.
I literally thought you were there.
We're on the Travel Channel, and he's standing in front of a green screen. He traveled 12 minutes down the street to a green screen in Minnesota.
That's true.
I feel so duped
Can we get back to your fish and chips?
Sorry.
The point
also,
is,
can we also talk about the best prep cook ever in the world?
Yeah, look, he's doing a lovely job.
I mean, guys, I killed it. I was on the wrong network the entire time. I should have been reporting. I pitched this to Food and Cooking or it was just Food at the time when they were in. They had above that big.
The Chelsea Market.
Yeah, Chelsea Market. I went up. The woman's name was Ronnie. She was running Food at the time.
Yeah.
And then I said. And she had been my stage manager for my first TV show. And I sat in the whole group. I said, I have a TV show idea. And they said, what is it? And I said, it's called Something's Burning. And they go, ooh, I like the name. And I went, great. And they go, what is it? And I go, I cook for like chefs and comedians and celebrities. And they're like, this is great. How long what restaurants have you worked in? I said, never. And they're like, wait, are you a cook? I said, not at all. And they said, can you cook? I said, barely. And they go, well, what's the catch? I go, it's called Something's Burning. I'll fuck it up. And they're like, oh, our job isn't to show people who can't cook, it's to show people who can cook. And I went, yeah, but I think it would be fun. And they're like, yeah, we pass. And then
did they not understand at the time that they're not making cooking shows, they're making entertainment shows about food?
I don't think they realized that at the time, because as I was a huge fan of Food Network, my favorite things, the things I tethered to the most, were Emerald's catchphrases.
Yeah.
Bam, that's what I brought into the kitchen. I didn't bring any of his cutting techniques, any of his seasoning. I mean, I have his seasonings, but like, I would cook the way I watch people cook. Like the bam! And
people want to be entertained. At the end of the day, people want to be entertained.
Yeah.
And it's nice if some of the food works out. If that salad doesn't end up tasting good, there's still people watching this who are like, oh, apples and fennel. That sounds really delicious.
Yeah, apples
That's
and
what
fennel.
You need. Can we get back to your fish and chips?
Oh my
yes.
God.
So Antonia made this
some-
fish and chips dish. I came out, I tasted it, and it was perfectly cooked.
Thank you.
Chips were great. I loved, you put vinegar powder on the
malt powder.
the chips, malt powder on the chips. I loved it. But that tartar sauce was transcendent. And I went home and I changed my tartar sauce recipe. So now yeah, it was really good.
wait, what's your tartar sauce recipe?
I don't actually even remember what I did, to be totally honest. I just remember being like, I'm making fish and chips. It needs a lot of malt vinegar. It needs a lot of pickling things. I did like
You put a lot more acidity into your tartar
I
sauce.
put a
and
lot more acidity. It's like, it's almost runny. It's almost like.
It was runny.
It's like runny.
It was runny.
Yeah.
But you even, when I saw it, there was at one point, I don't know if it was for that dish or not, but there was even like you were throwing capers in and then you put a little bit of caper juice. Like it was really.
It was very vinegary.
Oh, we like capers.
This
Good.
beat Rocco.
What?
This dish beat Rocco.
Oh, for real?
We were just talking about Rocco. So yeah, this dish beat Rocco's dish. I made, because I had kale. It's like the most insane, I want to see,
It was delicious.
I can't even try. It was delicious.
The point is,
I appreciate it.
was delicious. But when
I see
Antonio,
Antonio? Who the hell is Antonio?
Whatever.
Who's he?
Antonio.
Did that just come out of my mouth?
You just said Antonio.
Okay.
Sure thing, Zimmerman.
Go on.
By the way, do you know how many times I've had to correct people on when they go, I love Travel Channel. Do you know Andrew Zimmerman? And I go, Zimmern? And they go, that's not what it's said. I go, it is. And by the way, it's Guy Fieri. Like, I am so territorial over all the...
But except for mine, where you'll just be like, no, that's Antonio.
Antonia Lofaso.
Wait, so what is in your vinaigrette? A lot of mustard.
A lot of acidity.
Yeah.
I know you guys are into acidity.
We are.
I gotta find some capers in there. Put some capers into my dish. I'm gonna put this in the fridge, kind of marinate.
Yeah.
I love
while
it.
I butterfly some. Oh, hold on. So sorry. Let me move my Manjaro. Who the fuck put my Manjaro where I put? God damn it.
Oh, can I have
Do you
some
know
of that
something?
heavy cream?
A little sprinkle of GLP-1 helps maintain the crispness of the apples.
That is not true. Don't believe him. Wait, what are you doing with all the Cuban bread?
Oh, so I have a dipping sauce. It's a tapenade with blue cheese and garlic that I'm gonna heat up, pour over the blue cheese. And we got initially this bread, but I'm sitting here in Miami going, why wouldn't we use Cuban bread?
Also too hard.
But can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Is that for, are more people coming?
Oh no, I said I order in plethora.
Yeah, everyone gets their own loaf.
Yeah. Cuban bread. Okay, ready?
Go.
Best bread from country. Now I'm gonna just put this out there as say obviously French bread. Everyone knows French bread. I would argue that Vietnamese bread is different than French bread. Only I feel like it's lighter, crisper. But I'll let you guys take this. Best country's bread.
As a God-fearing Italian, it's like, what if I don't say Italy? Like, are people going to come for me?
Focaccia sucks.
Who said
That's one of 100 breads.
Thank you.
But that's one when you say Italian bread, I go focaccia.
No, never. That is not. Like, I would say a sesame seed bastone. Anyone? No one? No one's gonna back me up?
I don't even know what a fastone is. Is that the guy that was in Married with Children,
Love it.
David
But
Fastone?
here's the thing. Okay, so hold that idea in your head, and now you're walking in to a bespoke bakery that's 25, 30 years old in Portland, Maine, and they have an old sourdough, a miche that is just heavenly, right? Crusty, chewy, sourdough. Like, how do you differentiate? That's what's so tough.
When you say things
word
like
bread
bespoke.
or a bagel, like the perfect bagel.
You see, I feel bad for you guys.
I feel bad right
Because
now.
I'm like a Mormon who just started having sex when it comes to food.
Yeah.
Like you guys are like street kids who've been having sex forever because you love food.
Yes.
So like I remember the first time I understood what sourdough was in San Francisco doing a segment for Travel Channel, and they take me to the world's oldest mother. Mother? Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, what is this? And they're like,
It's the mother.
oh yeah. And I was like, huh?
They're like, who's
and then they're
mother?
like, try our sourdough. And I was like, it's fucking bread. And they're like, try it. And then I eat it and I went, the fuck is this? And they're like, it's our mother. And I'm like,
So I actually thought about this as I was listening to your like sourdough story in like a small village, wherever you just said it was.
Well, my point is, it's a tough question because there's thousands of
I
types
actually
of
don't
bread.
think I don't think it's a tough question. I'm gonna go on the
Wow.
record and I'm gonna say like Italian bastone with sesame seeds straight out of the oven where like it gets a little brown on the outside and like soft on the inside, like the smell of an Italian loaf, specifically with sesame seeds, is my final answer. Is my final answer.
That is my favorite sandwich bread. Full stop. Have you been to John's Roast Pork in Philly?
No.
They get 300 sesame seed bastone delivered to their place every day. 300. And when the bread runs out,
Their
they
sandwiches
close.
Yeah,
That's
of
it.
course,
They're
as
done.
they should.
And so they do two things. They do a cheesesteak and they do a roast pork with bitter greens and a really good aged provolone. And it's my favorite place to have a sandwich in Philly. I want to take you there right now.
I feel transported.
roast pork's pretty fucking legit.
Wait, I need to understand. Can I just say what I think is so impressive about every time I see you cook? Like, you have a full plan.
Oh, yeah. Well, especially for you guys.
Well, but do you come up with the plan like before we get here?
No. So it's like I think it's like every cooking show. I kind of think what the people I'm with would like.
Yeah.
And then I think about how interesting they are, and if they're very interesting, I don't want to be cooking too much. So like they wanted to make you guys wontons. I was like, absolutely fucking not. I cannot focus and make wontons and be a part of the conversation. So like, but then there's other people where I go, well, this may be like I can focus on wontons because I don't need to talk to them.
Are you sure you put enough olives in there?
I did. It's a tapenade.
Just so we're clear, he's making enough for a lot of people. Like there's a lot of people here. It's not just you and I, okay? There's 4 loaves of bread, 7 bulbs of fennel, 3 apples.
Oh no, I get that part.
Well, how much zest is too much zest?
Oh, that's a lot of zest.
It's way stronger than people ever think.
Yes.
For real?
Yes.
Because you tell people all the time, we tell people all the time we're on TV, like, you know, a little bit of lemon zest, and then people are throwing in the zest of 2 lemons and wonder why there's just this insane
because
over-lemoning.
the over-lemoning is the skin has so much oil. So is another way of doing that, I would just like to go on the record.
Please.
Is instead of you having to grate it in there, you can actually just take a peeler and take like one little
peel.
strip, like as if you're having a martini. Okay?
Oh, really?
You throw that into the oil.
It perfumes the whole thing.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We should do this for a living.
Well, we
do.
Do you want to know what's really bad?
Yeah.
Or really good? I actually think it's really good, and I was just charmed by it. And if I talk about it too much, I'm going to get emotional because that's what I do.
He's a crier.
I'm a crier.
It's what happens to white men at a certain age.
Yes.
Both of you are criers.
Because
I know
we're in
this.
touch with our feelings.
Hardcore.
A lot of guys push it all the way down and don't let it come to the surface.
Yeah.
I'm so unattracted to both of you.
But she likes tough guys.
Oh, no shit.
But
Greg cries.
But
Greg cries when he can't beat a guy up. I can't believe I didn't fucking. She's dating if you looked up man in a dictionary, it'd be a picture of him. You're like, oh yeah, and then you'd have to type in. Did I type in Cro-Magnon man? Keep going.
No, we're at that point in our relationship now, and I like it where we're completing each other's sentences.
Oh, you and I?
Yeah.
Oh,
We just did it twice,
Yes,
actually.
we have. Yes. Are those chicken thighs or chicken breasts?
Chicken breasts. I've been fucking with thighs all week.
Oh.
I've been having everything with chicken thighs. Chicken thighs are so good.
Yeah.
So good.
They're so much better than the breast.
But you're making a Milanese, or you're making katsu. Different
Schnitzel.
words.
Same thing.
I know. I was like katsu. Schnitzel.
Yeah.
No, you ran.
I did. I ran through the gamut.
I'll translate.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
translate.
Go.
Chef was referencing katsu, Japanese schnitzel, German or Austrian schnitzel, and then finally landed Milanese, right? The Italian
Latin.
or anything in the Latin world.
Mm-hmm.
How real is salmonella?
Very.
Oh, for real?
It's not as bad as Campylobacter.
Can we also just talk about that? He's like, how real is salmonella as he holds the chicken dripping onto the floor?
I mean, you hear stories. It's like AIDS. You're like,
But can I tell you where people think that they're gonna kill salmonella? And this is actually a hot topic, and I'm interested to hear what Andrew thinks about this.
I just wrote about it today.
I'm also in the
You know what
kitchen.
I'm about
I'm
to say?
also in the kitchen.
Keep going.
Go ahead, I'm dying to hear Andrew's
Keep
opinion.
going.
I'm asking about, like, do you wash your chicken? Is that what, did you think I was gonna ask that question?
That's what I thought you were going to ask.
Yeah. You do wash it.
Absolutely not.
You do.
I pat it dry.
Yes, but.
I do too. I do too then.
No.
And the reason is I live in a household with
women and dogs.
no with 20. I worry about young men that just like drop stuff into the sink and then just pick it up with their fingers and eat it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I do that. Do you know how many times I've seen something in my car, grabbed it and put it in my mouth, and I went, that's not what I thought it is.
I do that. That I'll do.
I've done that so much where
Because I
just put
assume it's
something-
already cooked. I don't have a lot of raw food in my car.
Yeah, like I did it the other day, and I was like, that's got to be part of a protein bar.
So, like, if you see like a small piece of French fry from
Yes.
from days gone past,
Correct.
Yes.
you will eat it.
Yes.
That's
yes.
disgusting.
It depends how hungry you are, or sometimes it's just a Sherlock Holmes thing. Was that a friend? What was that?
No.
And then I know.
You don't have to know. You should just throw it out. And also, you should keep your car clean.
Well, in Minnesota, it's 20 below zero, so it's basically frozen. It defrosts in my mouth, so it's food safe.
That's disgusting.
Listen to Leanne in the background.
Also, it depends. I mean, if you have a nice car, you can eat anything off the floor.
Technically,
Technically.
I mean, You know, we were raised in a time where it was like, well, you got to eat a pound of dirt before you die. And then turns out there's so much shit in dirt.
Yeah.
Well, it turns out there's so much dirt in food. I mean, 8% of your kid's cereal can be bugs and critters and still pass USDA inspection. So you're eating a lot of ground up. I mean, the USDA is, especially these days, is becoming the most neutered organization in Washington, and food safety standards are dipping tremendously. I wrote a thing today on my Substack about they've sped up the lines for chicken inspection. So instead of it being 2 chickens every second, which no one can inspect.
No
one can do 2.
Inspect your chicken right now.
They've now gone
Wow, that's quick.
to 3.
Wait, hold on. This is it. Okay. No,
Three chickens a second. And that is, I mean, already these meat plants are some of the most dangerous places on planet Earth. And so it's become, our food system is just increasingly more dangerous every single day for people when it comes to human health.
Life gets busy, man. Between work responsibilities, emails, people asking for you to do things all day long. So when it's time to unplug, who has the energy to drive around looking for a smoke shop? It's 2026. We're not doing that anymore. Just use the Everything 420 app instead. And right now is actually the best time to try it because they are going to be running a crazy sale for 420. A 420 sale so you can stock up and save big at the same time. It's basically a one-stop shop for all the smoke essentials you already know, like brands like Cookies, Stizzy, Packwoods, Cake, and Runts, all verified, quality checked, and way easier to get. Their app is super easy to use, and honestly, it's kind of fun to scroll through. They got flour, they got vapes, they got edibles, they got pre-rolls, cartridges, glass pieces, everything in one place. And my favorite thing is their mystery box. You can pick a category, and they send you a surprise box that's actually worth way more than what you'd get. Look at this one. We've got flour, we got pre-rolls, we've got a grinder, we've got pre-rolls galore. We got 3 pre-rolls. This is fantastic. It's perfect if you want to try new stuff or just switch things up without overthinking it. And it ships fast and discreet, plain packaging, nothing on the outside because frankly, it's no one's business. Not your neighbors, not your mail carrier, and definitely not Susan. Relax. So go download the Everything 420 app, check out the 420 sale, and use code BERT for 15% off. Magic Spoon. Just figured out how to turn treats into something you can actually feel good about eating. These are the kind of snacks that taste like a full-on dessert moment, but secretly have the macros of a protein bar, including 12 grams of protein, 7 grams of fiber. If you love sweet snacks, but you hate the sugar crash, this is about to be your new obsession. Oh, here we go. I was like, tell me we have one. By the way, I am constantly looking for a way to get protein and fiber into my body on a daily basis. And this is an easy and tasty way. We all feel that way. Look at this. 1 total sugar, 2 net carbs, 12 grams of protein. Let's talk about Magic Spoon's treats. They're crispy, airy, protein-packed snack bars with 12 grams of protein, 7 grams of fiber, and 0 grams of added sugar, 2.3 net carbs, and certified gluten-free. And they genuinely feel like a treat. Not like a sad, healthy bar. They look like a treat. Take a look at this. Magic Spoon is perfect for just throwing in your bag. I keep one so that if I have on an airplane, I have one in my bag. You can keep it in your car. You can just grab one before meetings. I'm heading over to do Santino and Bobby's new game. I shouldn't tell everyone what I'm doing. I'm heading over to do Santino and Bobby's new thing. Flavors include marshmallow, chocolate peanut butter, double chocolate, and more. Very nostalgic, very dessert coated, but without loading you up on sugar. These hit that sweet tooth itch. Well, actually still doing something for you, which is rare. They're indulgent enough to feel fun, but functional enough just to eat at any time of the day. Look, if you already know about Magic Spoon, their cereal, it's iconic. It's awesome. They're high protein, 0 sugar. Cereal brings all the childhood nostalgia with none of the sugar bomb you get from cereal. Each serving has 12 to 14 grams of protein and between 0 to 2 grams of sugar, so it actually keeps you full. They've got all the classic flavors like fruity, frosted cinnamon, classic marshmallow, cocoa, peanut butter, so much more. Listen, Magic Spoon is easy to find. Just look for Magic Spoon at your local grocery store. They just rolled out the treats nationwide at 7-Eleven. And if you haven't tried them, check out their new protein pastries. A high protein, low sugar take on the classic toaster pastries that you grew up with. My mouth is watering. I cannot wait to try those. You can get $5 off your next order, including the protein pastries at magicspoon.com/burning. That's magicspoon.com/burning for $5 off.
It's almost like if you know too much, it all is paralyzing.
Well, that's my
and
problem.
I was just going to ask, I literally was just going to ask, like, do you wake up in the middle of the night and like Google this stuff? Like, how long is a chicken expected? Like, where do you get this information from?
I go to conferences and I'm parts of. No, I mean, you know my.
I do know.
Thing.
Yeah.
I probably spend 75% of my time these days doing that kind of work. So I'm in places with scientists, people who understand this thing, and folks who are understanding what our government is actually doing and where policy gets made, and. The fact that the USDA just allowed these plants to speed up the process, despite the fact that it makes everything more dangerous to work there, more dangerous to eat the chicken, blah, 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 is a problem.
But can
hang on, can I just jump in?
I'm dying to know.
The most interesting thought I've ever had.
Okay.
Andrew, as long as I've known him, has been one of the most interesting, one of the most fascinating, one of the most well-read, well-informed people I know. Imagine when that energy was all spent on drugs. And he was like, guys, I know exactly the best Coke we can get, and I know where we can get it.
That's right.
But first, we need to change our clothes. Everyone, we gotta wear different clothes. We're going downtown, all right?
Yeah.
Like, you must have
exactly
been a
right.
fucking blast.
Yeah, he's like, yeah.
Before the homelessness and the criminality, it was a blast. I was actually.
Hold on 1 second, let me pound chicken. By the way, all chicken should be pounded. In my opinion,
Agreed.
It's like fuck a chicken breast.
I think that's a song.
And you can pound too much.
Have you ever tried to make one giant, like, where you connect the chicken breasts and then you pound them together so they come together in like one big chicken?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yeah, if you like.
It holds together.
Yep.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but you would need like a big fryer. But you can essentially make one big one day.
The first person I ever saw pound a chicken, I was like, what are you doing? And they're like, it makes it more tender, it's easier to cook. And I was like, yeah, okay. I'll just cook it the way my mom did, in water within a half an onion. And then I was like, this is wildly better. All right, hold on.
How big?
No. Your veal chop.
Oh, at Scopa?
We're good.
Scope is that.
Yeah,
big.
yeah. It's a big one.
It's like a tire.
It is not a tire. That's
It's big.
It's very big. It's probably the size of like 3 plates. It's like 2.5 plates.
It's a tire.
It is. It's
on a small car.
on a bicycle, on a tricycle.
Yeah, I can't understand why it has two sides of burners. It says high.
Because electric burners are awful.
Yeah, they really are.
Like gas only. Electric is confusing to minds that are advanced.
Yeah, like electric makes no sense. I remember when I was a kid, you had the coil.
Yeah.
And you'd put it on, and
Yeah.
it just get red hot.
Yeah. Oh, you have mustard in your eggs
very
as
I'm
well.
a big
forward.
mustard.
Very,
I'm a
very-
mustard
He loves
guy.
mustard.
In a parallel universe, I would make microbrew root beers and mustards and pickle things. My wife would be taller than I would be, and we'd have.
Do you ever make your own ginger ale
No.
or ginger beer or anything like that?
No, I tried to make beet kvass one time, and it didn't go well.
Oh, I love kvass, but
I love kvass.
Making your own ginger beer is super easy.
Really?
The easiest thing in the whole world. I'm gonna send you the recipe.
How do you do it?
You puree ginger, a lot of it, put it in water and let it basically ferment just enough to get it frizzante. I like using Italian words around it.
I
Risotto.
had no idea what that even meant.
A little bubbly.
Frizzante.
A little bubbly.
A little bubbly.
And then you've sweetened it already, and then you
Yeah.
put it in the
You're gonna
fridge.
have egg all over your. That's like why I hate wearing those wristbands.
Oh, my Diplo wristband.
Your Diplo wristband. Later,
Someone want to cut this off
you're gonna
me?
be like this later. You're gonna be like, is that dried egg that's stuck to my?
Well, at least it's a yellow
Oh,
wristband.
God.
By the way, it's a nice flex. It tells us
Yeah.
what you did last night.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, we got there late.
Post Diplo?
Yeah,
Pre-Diplo?
like right at the end of Diplo. And I just wanted to support him because he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
And we just showed up late, and everyone was younger, and they all had ski goggles on, and my wife was barefoot. It was a thing.
Wait, why did everyone have
Sounds
ski
good.
goggles on?
I have no idea.
Like, it's a real thing that everyone had ski goggles.
Everyone was wearing ski goggles. And they're like, do you want ski goggles? I was like, stuff coming out? And they're like, no, we're partying. And I was like, yeah, ski goggles. And then I had ski goggles on. We still have them here, I'm sure.
Where are they?
That's fascinating.
Yeah, no, it's...
That would have helped me, speaking of which, when I was younger and, doing a lot of certain drugs blows your pupils out and other ones pins them up, and I could deceive more people.
What's interesting to me is you guys got into a business where age behooves you.
In what way?
Like in cooking.
You get better.
Yeah, you get better.
You get better.
Well, same with music, same with what you do, same with everything.
Look, Martha Stewart is, how old is she? She's like 72. How old is Martha Stewart?
Talk. Legally, we're not allowed to talk about how old Martha is.
That is not true. Why? Says who? Did you sign a non-disclosure?
Many years ago.
A DNR? You signed a DNR when it comes.
Many.
You signed
DNR.
NDA.
Right. NDA, DNR.
Or Department of Natural
She's
Resources.
84.
So exactly to your point, Bert. She's 84 years old, and 2 years ago was on the cover of
last year's Sports Illustrated.
Sports Illustrated, right?
Swimsuit edition.
Yeah.
Swimsuit edition. Thank you, because there's different things. She could have been dressed like in a snowsuit. You're right, but she was in a full, maybe not bikini, but who cares? And she looked amazing.
Yes.
And that.
I remember the picture. I think it was high-waisted.
I think it was off the shoulder. I think there was like an off the shoulder thing.
She still got it.
But it makes me feel good about my life, because I think the older that we get, the more seasoned, the more seasoned, get it? You don't want to take cooking advice from a young person. You're like, you haven't been doing this long
It's
enough.
interesting, young is what sells. And then when you look at Food Network and the history of Food Network, they would bring in these young chefs, these young hot chefs, and they'd almost have to get their dick knocked in the dirt a couple times. Do you know what I mean?
That's cooking in general.
But also it depends. Some
young
people who are younger have a advantage if they have traveled and seen things and tasted things. That's the accumulation of time, some kind of perspective.
Sure.
And most people who I meet, they're in their freshman year at cooking school, and they come up to me and they say, how do I get my own show and an agent and a book and this? And I'm just like, how about figure out what you want to cook first?
But let me tell you something. Okay, I'm gonna raise.
But how do I get famous? That's the one they say in comedy. How do I get famous? And you're like, well, you gotta figure out stand up first. You gotta be good at stand up.
You gotta figure out who you are. Okay.
Yes.
And so let me say this about a young person who I recently just judged on Beat Bobby Flay like 2 weeks ago. Okay. He was this young kid, right? They call him Wonder Wheels. It's like this new word, not Wanderlust, Wonder whatever. They're like the young Wunderkind. See, I knew you'd fucking know.
Do we have more breadcrumbs? Wunderkind.
Wunderkind, right? The new word for like hot and coming up and comer. Okay.
Wow,
And
new word. It's a very old word, but go on.
Okay, it was a new.
Come back again.
It was
I'm glad
a new
to
word.
know that.
It was a new word for me.
That's how I know I'm really old.
So, cut to this young kid. They gave him Dover sole.
Yep.
Right. Dover sole, sauce Meunier.
Did he have to butcher it?
He had to butcher it.
And he had no clue.
No, he did a phenomenal job, because what you were saying, he spent a good amount of time in England.
Okay.
He cooked for Prince Harry. This young kid, right, now challenges Bobby to a Scotch egg, right? He gets through whatever, perfect butchery. Even though he had traveled all through England, cooked for, been all over the place, traveled in Canada, England, different parts of Italy. You were like, wow, impressive resume. 27 years old. Still, who cares? 27 years old. He still could not outcook someone who had developed a sense of personality.
Yes.
Who had developed a sense of
their own story,
their own version of something. So
Yep.
regardless of, wait, why did I start telling this story?
We're talking about age and cooking and how
and
this
cooking.
Wunderkind came into Bobby Flay and it was like, listen, old man.
Well, but the crazy part is, like, even though there's some history to, or like he's got a little bit of a resume, there was still nothing interesting about him. You know what I mean? And so, not that
He didn't have his own narrative.
He didn't have his own narrative
point of
yet.
view.
He didn't
Yeah.
understand yet. He just didn't know how to do it yet. So,
Also, there's, I mean, I'll use you as an example.
don't use me.
Wow, that sounded.
I did, but I liked it.
Yeah. Over the course of the years that I've seen your food, eaten your food,
Yes.
hung out with you and eaten, like gone out to eat with you, etc. Just let's go back to your fish and chips. Same thing. Very, very simple.
Yes.
But deceptively complex in the sauce, right? That one extra thing on the potato chips, not 7 things.
No.
One extra thing on them that takes it and goes, wow. If you put 7 extra things, it's not really a wow because it's confusing. And
I ate the end.
that takes time to learn.
It's a good thing I bought 6.
Did
Oh, you can't use that now
did you
because I
just-
ate
No.
the end?
It's just, listen, quality control is my expertise.
Okay, wait. So Bert judged Burger Bash. I need to know, because you said exactly what you were just saying, which is keep it simple. One extra ingredient makes it good. What was, like, the burgers that went too far, what did they do?
Well, I will tell you, smash burgers are like bell bottoms. I think they're out.
They're done.
They're done. I think when you have and I think smash burgers were easy. Smash burgers were like doggy style.
That's right.
It was for people that don't know how to fuck, and they're just like, yeah, but
That's
it looks
right.
good. It looks good on paper. Oh, yeah. Okay, we do doggy style from time to time. She likes it, but
But not every day.
but not every day. And so when you had like a perfectly cooked burger, like a well-cooked
Yes.
burger, it destroyed anything smash burger.
So it's so hard for me to hear that because I am someone, this is a very controversial thing for a chef to say, and I'm going to say it out loud, and I hope this is a safe space.
Do you support ice?
It's definitely not.
No, say something really crazy.
No!
You're still mourning Charlie Kirk? Wait, what did we say? Say something really controversial. You didn't like Bad Bunny!
I don't like my burgers medium rare. I like them cooked all the way.
my God. That's worse than not liking Bad Bunny.
Well, can I defend her position?
Thank you,
Here's
Please.
the deal,
gentlemen.
The thing about
I would
a
love to
burger,
hear why she's
the thing
wrong.
about a burger is you eat it right away. So if it's cooked all the way through, I'll just say just past medium.
I like a whisper of pink.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Just like medium. Okay, let's call it medium, cooked all the way through.
Medium plus.
Whisper of pink, medium plus.
Ish.
If it comes to you right away, it's still juicy.
Juicy.
There should be high fat content in your burger.
Yes. See?
So a burger is different than a steak.
I don't like my steaks medium rare.
That's where you lost me.
Yeah, and I like prop comedy. What are we doing here? Jesus
I just
Christ.
because there are certain things that I have found to be like to me when a steak is too rare, right? Sometimes the fat isn't rendered all the way. Like if you're going to give me a T-bone, you're going to give me a ribeye, you're going to give me a tomahawk.
Ribeye has to be cooked more.
It needs to be
A
cooked
ribeye
more.
needs to be cooked more, and I think a slower. I would argue that reverse searing a ribeye is a better way to cook a ribeye because
Yes, or very slowly, or twice cooked. Antonia did a twice cooked. Well, we were cooking for a lot of
Did?
people, but you
Oh,
were
yeah.
at my house.
I was like, what did I do? Yes.
well,
the
you
tomahawks.
cooked
yes.
tomahawks.
I did. I overcooked those.
No, you didn't.
Well, I cooked them because for the general public, I
You
usually
cooked
do a
them
medium.
perfectly
Yeah.
because a tomahawk has to have,
Yeah, the rendering.
and especially,
Yes.
I mean,
They were like
2.5, 3
correct.
inches thick. You put a crust on them, you
Let 'em rest.
cook them to medium rare, and then let them rest for like an hour.
Yes.
And then you put them over very low heat on that back
It was gorgeous.
splash thing around one of my grills.
wait, the back thing. Oh, I've
I
seen.
got a lot of grill shit at my house.
I bet
He's
you
got a
do.
great
I bet.
yard. He's got a great yard.
But then at the last minute, a little heat
Yeah.
to warm them through, and
all it
then
takes.
went and sliced them, and they were just heavenly because every bite melts in your mouth.
So at first, you guys wanted to tell me how silly I was or stupid I was because
It
I
depends
don't
on
like.
the cut. It depends on the cut.
Right. Well, so I have
Skirt
a thing.
steaks I want cooked all the way through. Otherwise, they're not tender.
Thank you. Some reasoning here amongst men. Okay. I'm the same exact way. I like a meat.
Blame this on our gender.
What about chicken?
Fryers.
Do you like yours
What do you
medium
mean
rare?
chicken?
Or?
This is like not even a question. There is something about like
Oh,
raw.
I love Cuban bread so much.
Because there's so much sugar in it.
It is. Is that what it is?
Yeah. The reason you like
Goddamn
banh mi,
Cubans.
The reason that you like Vietnamese banh mi. Oh, I see what you're doing.
I like what you're doing.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, I like that you like it.
I like what you're doing.
Yeah. Banh mi has rice flour in it. So the
Yeah.
interior is very stretchy, pillowy, and soft, but the exterior is extra crunchy, crispy. And I love banh mi bread. Love.
Wait, I want to know where you came up with this recipe.
I was just in bed last night. I'm like, you know, I could write a joke or I could think about what am I gonna make these guys. I was like, I've already written all the great jokes.
You just felt that.
I just felt it.
And you were like, the Castroveltrano olive is like where I want to go with this right now.
yeah, the Castro
With
Manala,
the creamy, salty gorgonzola.
Yeah, Gorgon. It's not blue cheese.
Was it
With
gorgonzola?
Gorgonzola. It's Gorgonzola.
It looked like gorgonzola.
It's Gorgonzola.
It didn't look tight enough to be Roquefort.
Yeah.
It does not
It didn't look.
Roquefort.
It didn't look penicillin-y enough to be Roquefort.
It's definitely not American. A lot of American used
Where do
yesterday.
you stand on Dolce?
I literally
My
was
favorite.
just
Yeah.
going to say
My
that.
favorite. I use
Gorgonzola
it in-
Dolce is my most favorite.
If I can
thing.
work it into a
Yes.
dish, it's in a dish.
because it's so sweet, and,
Versatile.
Yes.
This might be the
Sometimes
first
a
episode I've ever
tablespoon.
done where people are like, this is actually about the cooking. Like, there's going to be people that like food that are going to watch this and go, this show's not that bad.
He's actually doing a really good job.
I'm very impressed.
He's very impressive. He actually is very impressive.
I'm about
But are
to
you going
un-
to toast both sides?
No, it doesn't need it.
I had a chef once tell me, like, I was like roasting a piece of salmon, or no, I was seasoning a piece of salmon before we roasted it. He goes, "Did you?" I go, "Do I season both sides?" He goes, "Do you fucking eat both sides?" I was like,
Well, my tongue's only on one side. The top's the roof of my mouth. What are we talking about here, buddy?
I was like, "Chef, do we season both sides of the salmon?" He's like, "Do you fucking
That's
eat both
very
sides?"
funny.
It's
Yeah.
I was like, "Okay, I guess I got my answer."
Guys, little appetizer.
Oh, it's ooh.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's a
It's like a build yourself.
yes.
Yeah.
Build it yourself.
I
love
think
that.
so. Yeah, it's a build yourself because you want to be in charge of your own calories.
Yes, of
I
course.
love this.
Oh.
I wish I
May
had really done the work
May
to
I?
figure out.
Ooh, the cheese.
I just want to figure out the temps of this.
Do you know how many people I would allow to do what you just did?
One other. Maybe 5.
I gotta try this now,
I'm gonna make you one, Bert.
please.
Thank you.
Hold on, it needs some.
How much do you when it comes to being a chef? Do you just deal with a burnt mouth all the time?
You like a burnt tongue?
Yeah.
More often than not. I burnt my hand yesterday.
More often than not, it's cold food.
Really?
Well, I mean,
When we judge?
Oh, I get so angry at Leanne when I make something and she goes, "Give me 1 second. I'm just about finished." I go, "No. I've plated it. It's ready now. You'll stop what you're doing and you'll come to the table and you'll eat." Or I throw it against the wall like Mommy Dearest. Like I am
No more wire hangers.
Oh, I get so frustrated at that woman. She goes, "Well, hold on. I don't need to eat right now." I go, "No, but I do, and I want to eat it hot."
Did you put garlic in there?
A
Yes.
little bit.
but
Nice.
Really nice.
Where's
Well,
your
thank
plate?
you.
I'm
We'll
Italian.
share a plate.
I'm gonna stick. I'm just gonna stick it in the bowl. I like the little twinge of garlic, and at first I was like, "This is gonna have too much."
Wow.
I thought this was gonna have too much lemon in it.
I hope I'm not the first person telling you about GLP-1s. They're phenomenal. I'm on an adjacent brand, and I'll tell you right now, I'm very open about it, and not everyone is, but I'm open about it because my doctor told me to do it. He said I had 95 pounds of visceral fat, which is not the good one, and I had to get rid of it, and I started doing it, and so now people share their stories with me, and I meet so many people who have lost 70 pounds. I literally meet so many people that have lost so much weight, and you're shocked they were ever big. I myself am down a substantial amount. I'm down like 50 pounds. And I want to tell you about Ro. Ro offers the first FDA-approved GLP-1 pill for weight loss at the lowest cost around. The new GLP-1 pill has the same weight loss ingredients as the shot and packs comparable results to the shot. It can help patients lose 14% of their body weight in a year on average. That's one daily pill for fewer cravings, and feeling fuller with an innovative new formula. The new FDA-approved GLP-1 pill is available at $149 for the first dose, in addition to your Row membership fee and $299 a month for the higher dose. Row Body membership includes access to FDA-approved GLP-1s, unlimited provider messaging, side effects management, and more, all for just $45 for your first month and $145 a month thereafter. The Row membership fee excludes the cost of the GLP-1 medication. In addition to the newly approved pill, Row also offers a full suite of the most effective name brand FDA-approved GLP-1s, all at the lowest cost. Row offers the lowest cost GLP-1s, whether you're using insurance or paying cash. And after your first online visit, if you're eligible for treatment, you can expect to start your medication in less than a week if paying cash, and about 2 weeks if you're using insurance. I know people who use this and they've had a positive experience. I, myself, am on one of these. It's crazy that when I say no fewer cravings, you don't wake up starving. You just wake up going. You have a coffee and you go, and all of a sudden it's 3 o'clock and you're like, I should probably eat. and then you eat at like 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, and then you're like, am I going to do dinner? I just go to bed. It really is effective with weight loss. That's all I'll tell you. Go to row.co/burning to see if you're eligible for the new GLP-1 pill on Row. That's ro.co/burning to get started on Row. Go to row.co/safety for boxed warning and full safety information about GLP-1 medications based on study in non-diabetics with obesity or overweight plus a weight-related condition with diet and exercise. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Financial stress affects far more than our bank accounts. It can take a serious toll on mental health and relationships, with 88% of Americans feeling some sort of financial stress at the start of 2026. Money worries often bring anxiety, sleep disruption, and even depression, and are one of the leading sources of conflict for couples. This month, we want to normalize the emotional weight of financial stress and remind people that struggling with money doesn't mean they've failed. Sometimes it's just about accessing the right kind of support. I was talking to my dad last night, over Easter, and we were talking about money, and he was saying that him and my mom used to fight over money all the time. And I said, that's so funny. Not that I thought we grew up with money, but I never knew money was a problem. And he was like, buddy, you have no idea how stressful money issues are. And he was like, thank God your mom had us in therapy. And I was like, really? My dad did not enjoy therapy at all. But I think it helped them as a couple with all their other issues, so that when money issues came up, it got them through. BetterHelp therapists work according to a strict code of conduct that are fully licensed in the U.S. BetterHelp does the initial matching work so you can focus on your therapy goals. A short questionnaire helps identify your needs and preferences, and their 12-plus years of experience and industry-leading matchmaking fulfillment rate means that typically they get it right the first time. If you aren't happy with your match, you can switch to a different therapist at any time from their tailored recs. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 6 million people globally, and it works with an average rating of 4.9 out of 5 for a live session based on over 1.7 million client reviews. When life feels overwhelming, therapy can help. Sign up and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/Bert. That's betterhelp.com/Bert.
Yeah, our families are fucked up. When Leanne met my family, the first Christmas was a shit show, but we had the decency to keep our mouths shut for 22 years.
Like normal people.
Yeah, and not say anything out loud.
Like normal people.
Yeah.
That's the problem these days. Everyone thinks that you have to hear everything that's like the internal monologue that's happening. Like, talk shit about people behind their backs, like normal people that we did for decades.
Oh, that was a great Colin Quinn joke. And he goes, you ever talk shit about someone behind their back, and then they come up and they approach you? They go, I heard you've been talking about me. He goes, yeah, behind your back. What are you, raised by wolves?
Literally.
I have a litmus test. I think I've told you this.
I don't know.
Before I open my mouth, is it true
Oh, yeah.
Does it need to be said?
Yeah.
And if it's true and needs to be said, is it up to me to say it? And if it reaches all three of those things, I open my mouth. Otherwise, keep it
He's
shut.
going to repeat himself. Go ahead.
I'm about to say that I wouldn't have a podcast. I don't know what I'd talk about. I've said such reckless shit.
Well, but
But it's a
the
program.
charm,
It's a program.
You're saying reckless shit so that people pause and think about it. That's one of the reasons you're so beloved. It makes people pause and think about those things. If someone else doesn't do it, who's not a comedian, comedians are historic. I mean, going all the way back, even past the days of vaudeville, were ones that
I like when you
raised social consciousness. I mean, when you look at Voltaire, when you look at the role of the court jester, they said things that were controversial that other people couldn't.
But I think that,
all the way through to Lenny Bruce and now today, it's why I can't stand this idea of cancel culture. I mean, it's the stupidest thing in the whole world.
Well, the beauty of the court jester was to mock the king
Right.
to his face, and everyone could laugh at it.
Safely.
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 I think I was the court jester. I don't know. I was the court jester talking about the hunt. Like, I don't know. I don't think I've never been able to get political, but I feel like every time I have an opinion, it's wrong. And I think that's because the way my dad raised me. He was like, anytime I had an opinion, he'd prove to me why it was wrong. And then I would double guess it. So like when I looked at even Rogan, when he was talking about vaccines, I was like listening to him, but then I got vaxxed like 4 times. So I was like, I never have the right opinion.
But it doesn't. What someone else's opinion should do is make you think. You shouldn't be a lemming and say, oh, so-and-so says that. I ought to.
No, it's like a food for thought. It's like
different.
just hearing someone else's perspective of something. It's
That's
either you're going to take it in and you're going to say, does that feel right in my gut? Is that something I want to explore more of?
Correct.
Is that something, it's like the most helpful thing on the planet.
And that's how I learn. If someone says something, I'm like, oh, I never thought about it that way.
But you're really smart. You think things through. I don't really think things through. I just go like...
No. Whoa. I learned to think things through so that I didn't get myself into more trouble.
Okay, I never learned. I liked the talking part as opposed to the reflecting part.
Yeah, I learned I get into too much trouble when I don't pause.
I think it's very important, though, to have 2 very different types of people, because I think people who act impulsively, I would venture to say, and I know this is like kind of a controversial thing, because it's like, no, you should pause. No, you should think it through. I'm sorry, I think there's something to be said about someone who acts impulsively,
unfiltered,
like a little disruptive.
You.
Yeah.
Salt. We have salt.
But
you
here's
don't
the
need salt.
difference. Here's the difference. Because I know you.
Yeah.
And you're describing yourself, and I am jealous of that quality in you. You go up to that line, but you also know when to not say something.
Yes.
I did not know what that line was. So when I got sober, I had to learn, oh, there's a line. And the way I stopped myself from crossing that line, I mean, there are several things today that I was just like, and I was going to say something that someone would find hurtful. And I don't want to be hurtful.
Oh, I do that. But then here's the weird part is like, I don't know. We were talking about the chef space. I was talking last night, and then I was like, it's so interesting. Has South Beach gotten bigger now the internet is out? I'm looking at all these kids on the
100%.
thing that are like, they have 33 million followers. Or was it bigger when food and cooking were so prevalent in the space?
I think it's bigger now.
Yeah.
Really?
Because food and cooking is still prevalent. It's not going away. It's not going to go away ever. It's been, quote unquote, discovered and planted into the social construct because people are like, oh, it is important. I do it every day. I do enjoy this. Is food media going to change? Of course it is. I mean, all media is changing. But I think food, which was not here to stay in the 1930s and 40s, and now in the 2020s, we know is here to stay. just gets more and more amplified the more and more people are into it. And now I had a great prop, which was your phone. I was about to pick it up. Now that we have this, thank you.
You're welcome.
That's what she does.
Who's the last person you discovered in the food space where you were like, oh, this person's good? Like, I'll tell you mine. It was Bon Appetit. That area where they had that kitchen and they had like 4 or 5 chefs who all had their different strengths and they all seemed to be operating, and it happened right before COVID. I would argue, and I hope Bon Appetit's watching, I think you fucked up. I think you should have doubled down on your chefs. And because that was such great content.
Well, they had other problems there as well.
Yeah.
Oh, for real? What was that? Was there like a...
Well, there was a lot of underpayment of people. There was a lot of issues with misogyny.
Issues of misogyny in what space?
In the
Shockingly,
What?
it still exists today.
No.
Yes.
Not at my company, because I don't let my women talk up. Am I right?
Yeah.
Fucking that woman is killing me today.
Antonio, who just called me?
Is that how you
That
got your
was
job?
literally
Is that
like
how you
an
got your
hour
job?
ago.
I know.
Do you know something?
But it's my
I am going to bump into her somewhere 10 years from now, like in an airport, and she's gonna still be talking about this.
I don't know. Be like, remember that time you called me Antonio?
Yeah.
You know we have lunch right after this.
I know. Don't worry, it's gonna be light. But like start the butter sauce.
Wait, you have a butter sauce for this?
Yeah, with capers
And lemon?
and lemon.
And mustard?
And a little bit of mustard, yeah. Yep.
He's just adding things in his head now,
Like,
based on what you're saying. God, there was something. Oh,
What?
who did you? Well, he said who he discovered. I'm curious if there is someone
Well,
who
when
you
he,
discovered.
so interesting. When you said, who did you discover? It was the magazine or the online programming.
online. It was
the
online
online
programming.
programming
Yeah.
of Bon Appetit. I went immediately to like a chef.
Mm-hmm.
Like I immediately went to like a person when you said it, like a restaurant.
Yeah.
And because I think that we look at like where we started, and I say we, like you're a generation above me, right? And
1.5.
No.
I'm old.
you're not old.
You're not that old.
76.
Shut
No,
up.
you're not.
No, he's
I've
not.
had a lot of work done.
I'm gonna Google you right now. Hold on a second.
I'm not 76.
I know you're not 70.
The only reason I know he's older than me is that he is the one that introduced me to Readers I was in a Denver men's place, and they had Andrew Zimmern's Readers, and I was like, who the fuck wears Readers? And now I do.
I actually just came from shooting Top 10 for Food Network, and it's like 6 o'clock
I'm
in the
doing that
morning.
tomorrow.
Well, they handed me the little paper that was like, you might want to read up on the restaurants you're like talking about. And I was like, does anybody have a pair of Readers? No one had Readers because everyone there is 12 years old, except for the DP who had the Readers like an old English grandfather that clips onto your nose.
Oh my God.
Have you seen those?
No, but they sound so sexy
They're
right now.
super sexy, but they also,
They
you
fit
can't
your
breathe.
wallet. You can't.
You can't breathe. You
Oh, for
cannot
real?
breathe. Yeah, you have to clamp your nose.
Oh, God forbid I fall asleep reading.
No, and they sit on your eye. So they're like tiny little glasses, and then you have to look down. And so I had he wanted to give them to me, and I felt weird about taking them. So I was like, no.
They sell them
thank
in
you.
like packs of 10.
I'm sure. I have the Readers in my bag right now are from like a Vaughn's in Pasadena.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like so thoroughly impressed with like,
He's keeping things warm
I know, I want
in a cool oven.
I want you to come back to South Beach Food and Wine and do a dinner.
Can I tell you right now, I want to put this into the universe. I plan on being here for the next 10 years.
Every South Beach?
Every South Beach. I've had so much fun,
Yeah.
and I'm not drinking, which speaks volumes of how cool the festival is.
Yes.
Is if you can do this so, I can't imagine how great it is drunk. I can only imagine what next year's going to be like. Come on, blood clots, get away. But like, my goal is to do Daytona and bring the talent that South Beach has acquired up to Daytona to make Daytona more like the Super Bowl, where there's more activations. I think we were literally the first activation ever at Daytona 500, where the Super Bowl you go and everyone's got Grant's Beach Party, Shaq's Funhouse, Guys Barbecue.
Yep.
It was full throttle, that's it. Leonard Skinner, Diplo, me, Ernest, Chris Porter, Cypress Sounds. And it went so successful, but there's so much talent in Miami. Diplo and I stayed in Miami for like 2 weeks. That I go, how about some of these chefs? What are we doing? Why don't we have activations?
So they tried. They asked me to come to Daytona this year to do something, and I couldn't do it. I just assumed that they were going to get somebody else.
Nope.
But I think they're on that road. They're on that train to kind of try and bring somebody out there. But can I tell you a really great story of like a coming of age story for South Beach Food and Wine for me?
Yes.
So I think it was 9 years ago was my first South Beach Food and Wine, okay? And this is when I had just done, I was obviously doing stuff on Food Network. I had done all Cutthroat Kitchens and all that, you know what I mean? And had like a good amount of stuff. And a producer of mine who did all the Iron Chefs, you know, Matt Berkowitz, okay? Matt Berkowitz called me and he said, I don't understand why you don't come to South Beach. And I said, well, I've never been invited. And he said, you need to Jerry Maguire the shit out of this right now. You're gonna come and you're gonna just walk the Lowe's lobby. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, is that even a thing? I paid for myself to come out, okay? I paid for myself to come out. I stayed at like the SLS down the corner, right? I flew in with Guy because Guy is generous and was just like, come on the plane. I was like, great. But it was—
He got you a seat on Spirit?
Yeah, Frontier. And I paid for myself to come out and I like walked through the lobby just to kind of be amongst all the great chefs that get invited every single year. And I met Lee and he was just like, oh, like maybe next year we'll give you a shot. And now, hold on, this year I'm like on the banner with my new neckline, my new non-dripping neckline.
You're on the.
I'm on the main banner.
Yeah.
I'm on the main banner, but I was like, I haven't had alcohol in a year. And you can see my clavicle.
You haven't drank in a year?
I haven't yeah. I mean, I eat edibles every once in a while, but
okay.
but I have a clavicle now. Like I have a neckline.
Why
again.
did you stop drinking alcohol?
I stopped drinking alcohol because I was
Has
going to shoot.
ethanol in it?
Well, that I was getting ready to shoot Barbecue Brawl with Bobby.
Yep.
And I was like, I just want to look really good for like the 8-week shoot.
Lose a lot of weight right away.
Lose a lot of weight right away. I want to be able to like perform at the highest competition. You know, it's like Manit and Bobby. And I was like, I just want to be able to be at like my best fighting shape. Then I came to South Beach and I had never done a South Beach sober. I can't believe your first South Beach is sober. I've never done one sober.
Love this.
Okay. I had never done a South Beach sober. And I found myself being like, oh my God, the amount of times that I think about what I'm going to drink was really overwhelming. Like really, like where I was like, okay, it's 11 o'clock. I want an Aperol Spritz, which, I mean,
Oh, you're the one that introduced me to that fucking drink. God, you introduced me to that and a Negroni, and I was like, I didn't need to know about this.
I know. And for the record,
So good.
The first one you had, you're like, I don't really like it. And then what did I say to you? I go, you're going to say you don't like it right now. And then a week's going to go by. And all of a sudden, the flavor of Campari is going to come up in your head and you're going to be like, I want an Aperol Spritz.
Yeah.
I want a Campari Spritz. I want a Negroni. And then all of a sudden you and
how it
Leanne were
happens.
sending me pictures from Italy like a week later.
I mean, I was dirty with those things.
I know.
I mean, to this day, if I don't feel like drinking, but I want to drink, I go Aperol Spritz. It always does the trick.
But you know what? I started going even deeper for a Campari Spritz. I would have a Campari Spritz and then I would make it grown up by adding a shot of gin.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I would put a little, which then I found out was a Spagliato, which I thought then I created. I thought that I created the Spagliato. But then I was actually told by the people at Campari that I did not create it.
My father taught me to drink Campari when I was like 12 in Italy.
Yeah,
the
'cause he
first
was
time
like,
we went
"Oh,
there.
Hey, I did that
That's-
with my kids. How did that turn out?
That's what he did. And
It's good for digestion.
I just loved it. And there was a point in time in my life when Negronis were, I would have 3 or 4 of them to start
delicious.
the night before I went out partying. And because that was my private pregame. And where I would go is the Bull and Bear, the bar at the Plaza Hotel, because the bartenders there were all like 90 years old and they had martini glasses like this. I mean, there was so much alcohol in one of them. I don't know how people survive.
Yeah.
I would have 2 or 3 and be nice and blotto and then head out for my day. But I was tempering with snorting speedballs. I had my heroin cocaine mixture that I kept me nice and
Level.
steady, you know, and normal. And that just kind of got me through all of that. It was looking back, I'm not recommending it, but I just have a love affair with Campari. So now the one flavor in the non-alcoholic spirits world that they have nailed is Campari.
Campari, yeah.
And so there are 3 or 4 different products, including San Pellegrino's bitters.
I've had them.
The red one.
They're so good.
Just that on ice with a little bit of club soda or whatever and a little splash of OJ is, I mean, I drink it like crazy.
Yeah. It's like having a Negroni.
It's so, but it's that flavor, bitters, is, I mean, it's a grown-up flavor.
Bitters
Come to it last, but it's great.
Well, you know what's crazy? I've never really paid attention to what goes into my mouth. And
Me either.
but like last night, they offered me a milkshake, and I was like, yeah. And I went to take a sip.
It was a bourbon?
And I was like, oh, I can't drink. But not like I'm gonna fall off or anything, but I can't do it because of medication.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit. So you gotta, like, I never paid attention to that.
The worst now is the popsicle world.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that is, at food, I can't tell you how the trays, and you're like, oh, that's what I want.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you put it in your
hot.
mouth, and then you ruin 30 years of sobriety.
You know, so I'm always like, and by the way, the Don Julio shirt
Didn't
on
give
the
it
pretty
away.
girl with the
Didn't
tray
give it away.
should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't give it away for you?
Yeah.
Everything at the festival has alcohol in it. Everything at the festival has alcohol.
Just assume that.
Yeah, just assume everything in the festival.
Do you remember when it was like it was crazy to be a chef but not have like a thing, like a shtick?
Oh, yeah.
Like where you were like, yo, I'm the chef, but I wear the
You mean have a catchphrase?
Yeah.
Thing and
like and then can I tell you? And this is a deep cut, but he was one of my favorite. But then you had Ming, who was just like a polo wearing dude who just was like, this is a pretty good meal. My mom taught me how to make it. And then he cut it and he was like, I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm Ming. And you're just like, oh,
you got PBS Ming.
I like Ming. Like that was like my old school. And then Bobby was like a step up. Like Bobby's like, I'm in New York. I'm in here cutting up. Hey, we got a little celebrity. Hey, Michael Stipe's here. And then you got like, and then it started growing and growing. And now you're like, there are dudes that are covered in tats. Their shirts are off. They've got a big belt. And they're like, I'm not saying Maddie Matheson, but like it's like they're the personality.
Yeah.
Like I wonder what comes first. The fact that you are the person that wants to end up in the kitchen, or do you think this is the way to get out of the kitchen?
Or you think that you need, this is a good question, because here's the thing. I've actually been told that by higher ups, right? Like, what is your thing? Like, Guy has his thing.
Oh, you should have a stutter. I'm making pasta. Carbonara.
I was over here advocating that I already am a thing.
No.
I didn't need a specific-
No, you should have a pasta. If you had a stutter with a little bit of Tourette's, I'm making cocksucker carbonara. It'd be so fun to watch.
You can't all of a sudden develop a stutter after already a 25-year
Can you
career.
believe Food
Sure you
Network
could.
passed on this show?
Sure you could. You can start stuttering now. What are they going to do? If they got rid of you, you sue them because...
Or sue them.
I mean, it's such an obvious thing. Oh, they got rid of me because of my stutter.
I am not developing a stutter to be more popular.
But
okay?
you don't have to. You're already popular enough.
Not now, just sprinkle one in a little bit and no one can say anything. And then you go, hey, I was hoping to turn my show into an hour long and double my pay. So the same meals, just twice as long.
This is the stupidest thing I've ever been
I'd watch that show.
suggested.
I'd watch that show.
You would not watch that show.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
No, I don't want to. No. I'm good enough the way that I am.
It is horrible though.
Yeah,
that
like to
in
be told
some
that you
worlds,
need a
yes,
thing.
that you need.
I don't need a shtick.
People are either entertaining and
No,
people
a shtick
want to
is
watch
fucking
them.
stupid. Who needs to fucking shtick to get famous.
You know,
You just
It's
need
the
a stutter.
dumbest thing I've ever fucking heard of.
But look, I've been doing this a really long time, and I will tell you right now, there is not a programmer on planet Earth that works for any media company that can tell you the audience is going to love that person for sure, because they do it all the time. They put them on. The content is good, but the audience doesn't want to follow that person week to week or day to day, whatever the media cadence is. And then there's people who, for whatever reason, there's hundreds of other folks that it could have been. By the way, that's all three of us.
Yeah.
Could have been anyway. Why us? Why do audiences want to follow us from network to network, from show to show, from media, genre to media genre? Because there's that certain something that some people have where audience will follow them. And if they can ever figure it out, it'll be a lot easier to program their media company, but I don't think it's figure-outable. Look at him with the cookies.
I love this so much.
Yeah.
Like, watching you make this sauce right now.
He has butter cubes.
Wait, what is
Did
that?
you see that?
You're putting the wine in now?
This is apple cider vinegar. White wine vinegar.
Okay.
Interesting.
I was gonna. Why do I not put it in yet?
No, it's fine. I thought it was white wine.
No, it is white wine.
No, it's white wine vinegar.
Yeah.
Different.
It's different.
Okay. Is it the vinegar part that makes it different?
That would be the giveaway. That's your hint.
I mean, think about like, I can just say like,
You almost ruined 35 years of sobriety for Andrew. I'm just kidding.
oh, I'd ruin it for Andrew. If Andrew pulled me aside tonight, he's like, hey, I'm off the wagon, you off the wagon, I'd be like, fuck my meds, I'll take it tomorrow morning.
Good for 24 hours.
Dying to get into that fucking brain.
Oh, it's my favorite.
Oh,
I got a friend named Guillermo who's got a speedboat, get us to Cuba in 90 minutes. You in? I'm like, I'm fucking in.
I'll make a deal with you. When I'm ready to go, that sounds good. Speedboat to Cuba is the name of our new show.
So dangerous.
Speedboat to Cuba.
This whole idea.
By the way, that's a legit show. Is you just get celebrities and you just go, speedboat to Cuba?
Cuba? Yes.
You're like, huh?
Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes
And then you
Yes
get,
or no?
yes or no.
Yes or no?
Let's go.
That's the problem, is that we all say yes. 98%.
I gotta let this reduce, right?
I believe so. Probably
Okay.
not too much.
Okay.
What does
Let-
it look like now?
It looks pretty watery.
Does it look... Yeah, simmer down. Simmer up. What's that?
You want to emulsify? Oh, God bless you. Thank you.
God bless
Okay.
you.
Because you're emulsifying the fats and the
Do I
other
melt that?
liquids in there.
Vinegar?
I am?
So you need to have the motion of a steady, strong simmer.
Simmer down.
By the way, with a cup of vinegar in there,
I
I'm
don't-
sure it needs that half lemon.
It does? I mean, it does. It doesn't.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. But you know what? I love to just stir it.
Whisk it to make it thicker.
Oh.
Keep whisking as you add the butter.
Yeah, I mean, you think about all the people that came through Travel Channel while we were there. I really don't think, I mean, you actually knew Anthony Bourdain, but like, I don't think anyone thought he was going to be as successful as he was. He was so against the grain.
Well, when he did Cook's Tour was not a great show. He did it with the folks that eventually created ZPZ, right? So Chris and Lydia
0.0.
and Tony went out and made Cook's Tour. And it went on Food Network, and it was a huge failure. Pat Young bought the show for basically nothing because he wanted to put it on while they were making the second season of what that wound up being renamed and called No Reservations.
Really?
And that was, yeah. And so I'm making Bizarre Foods, Tony's making No Reservations, and then they put them together on Monday night, and it worked.
Can I ask you a weird question? You know him very well. Were you shocked when you found out how he died?
Yes.
You were? I wasn't.
I mean, the only person I ever knew that knew him Rogan was really close with him. I think Rogan was shocked, but like I was blown away, but I didn't really know him.
Isn't there a thing when it comes to like the way that someone takes their...
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
He's a fucking crier. He was going to cry no matter what. It doesn't matter what it was about.
You just hate to think of someone you love who's in that much pain.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've ever said this publicly, but he was traveling and making a show with his best friend.
Yeah, with Eric.
And I'm very close with him too. He's a really close friend of mine. And my heart breaks for the trauma, walking in to find your best friend.
Ugh.
Like, I mean, just and what takes me out of this feeling is knowing that he's happier and at peace.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
But it's horrible. And I'm a survivor, and that's how I got into sobriety. And there but for the grace of God go I. So it's not easy for me. And for whatever I get asked all the time about this because he's so legendary, and there's very few people who were close to him, or relatively few people who were close to him. And so I always get asked about him, and et cetera, et cetera. But I wrote a piece about him for Food and Wine magazine, and the editors all called me last. Oh, I loved how the piece turned out. Blah, 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 blah. So it was on my mind overnight. So I think it's just on my brain. And one of the best times I've ever had with him was down here when he brought his Wonder Wheel, and we did a stage show. And I came up and we did a whole shtick where he spun the Wonder Wheel. And we put a thing, one of the wheels was, who's a better kisser? And the audience got to shout out, when they're like, Paula Deen or Alton Brown, who's a better kisser, right?
Paula
I had to
Deen.
answer it,
Paula Deen.
obviously.
Paula Deen.
But surprisingly, that's everyone's guess. Alton Brown, much better. Because Paula Deen was really
Wait, you
handsy.
kissed both of them?
Oh, I made out furiously with both of them. Yeah, of course.
Wait, so you had
Those are
it?
the old days.
Right.
In the old days.
No, it was just being down here with him. Everyone was staying. The South Beach Wine and Food Festival was smaller. Everyone was staying at the Lowe's.
Yeah.
This is 15 years ago. Everyone's staying at the Lowe's. Tony has to be different, so he stays at the Raleigh, which is no longer, right? And so my son, age 6, and his daughter, age 5, I think Ariana is a year younger than Noah, just hanging out all day, going to the ice cream social together. And our kids just adored hanging out. And that was the time we found out or it became public, Noah didn't like watching my show. Because that's daddy.
Right.
It's boring.
Hey,
he loved the
God.
guy who drank and smoked cigarettes on the show. Tony. Tony's daughter loved watching my show, and Tony would text me. He'd be in bed with her on like a Sunday morning when they were running one of those marathons, and he's like, I have plans. I'm taking her to lunch. We're going out to a museum. I need to take her to Godfather on a big screen, like age 6.
Yeah,
So Tony. And, but she wants to stay here and watch your fucking marathon, and so I have to watch you. And it was very funny. Kids don't like what their dads do. They like what their dad's
shit.
friends do.
Well, it's so funny. My daughters didn't.
Oh, good. I was going to say, thank God there's 2 pieces, because one schnitzel isn't enough.
I'm good with just like a one.
No. Guys, I didn't cook 5 pounds of chicken for nothing.
Yeah, I only get one piece. Okay, that's good. I feel good about it.
Yeah. No.
Thank God.
And then here you go,
I was so
Antonia.
worried. I was so worried.
I'll take the bigger one.
Put
Thanks.
this like this, then like this, and then
Oh my God.
yeah, my daughters are not a fan.
Yeah,
Of my shows.
that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
My daughter doesn't even watch anything I do.
For real?
I think when I won TOC, she was like, finally. I was like, did you watch it? And then like 6 months later, she goes, I finally just watched it. It was really sad. I was like, what do you mean sad? She goes, well, I just cried for you. I was like, thanks. I appreciate it.
I love your
looks-
kid.
I know. She's pretty wonderful.
She's a good
egg.
good egg.
She's a good egg. She's so mad at me right now. She refused to talk to me right now, and she blocked me on Instagram.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That's when you know it's
Well, I thought I was doing bad.
Now this is fascinating.
Although, can I
this
tell
is
you-
fascinating because your daughter is not a teenager.
No, she's 26.
Yes, so
But can
she's full on an adult.
adult who does this thing where. So can I share something really quickly?
Yeah.
Please.
So when she gets angry with me, and she's done this since she was younger, she will block me on Instagram so I can't see her stories and I can't send her things. Okay, even as a young, that one's mine. Okay. I was like, the bigger chicken is mine. Okay, I just
Whatever is.
So Greg and I got into a fight because he went golfing on a day that I had to leave, but I changed my flight to leave later in the day. And he still went golfing. And I thought that was really awful and mean. Like, I was like, I'm home for one day and you're still going golfing. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. You said you were leaving earlier in the day. And I was like, you know I wasn't leaving earlier in the day. You just want to golf at this very specific golf place, right?
Yeah.
So we leave. I leave to go to LA. And he was like, can we talk about this tomorrow? This has just been like beat to death. I went golfing. I know you're upset, blah, blah, blah. Can we talk? And I was like, we don't ever have to talk about this ever.
Ooh.
And I blocked him on Instagram.
Oh my God.
And I'm 50 years old. But can I tell you, there was something really like relaxing about it
blocking
was.
him.
Is that weird that I
No, I'm blocking Leanne now.
Wait, hold on. So then
I'm a blocking reporter.
Wait, but hold on. The really bad part about this is now you have 90 million followers.
Yeah.
Okay, I have 500,000. If someone blocks me on Instagram and then comes back, I don't notice. I don't notice the refollow.
Oh, you know, yeah.
He noticed the refollow when I was no longer mad at him, and then said I obviously need to follow my boyfriend because that's awkward. Mm-hmm. And he literally was in bed. He goes, "This is weird." He goes, "You just came up as a follower again," and I was like,
"So crazy." So probably another. Maybe it's Antonia Lofaso.
That's going to be how I check into hotels now. That's my hotel fake name. It used to be Arnold Ziffel, the pig from Green Acres.
Oh, real?
AZ, yeah. But now it's going to be Antonio.
So I would
They're
never.
going to say the chef, and I'm going to say yes.
"No,
Can I tell you what I'm figuring out about this? Is I like acid.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
everyone does."
Yeah, it's crazy. I like acid. And by the way, the chicken's cooked perfect.
Chicken
It
is
is.
cooked perfect. The breading on it is outstanding.
Why, thank you.
My
The
favorite
salad
part
is the best part.
is the apple.
The apple.
The apple.
I would
apple.
never do this if I was just
The
me.
apple. Also, I do like the touch of the shallot in the sauce. Did you put dill?
Yeah, a little bit.
Lovely.
Thank you. I
Lovely.
was thinking
Lovely.
it was dill or dough. I chose dill.
Why not both?
Dill, fennel. The interesting
A
thing.
nice,
Did no one got this dildo joke?
no, a nice dildo with like lobster salad, and like
Yeah, of course.
lobster roll.
Yeah.
But put dill in your dough. I actually had a chef, a pastry chef, who was working for me at a restaurant in Minneapolis. We were putting a lobster roll on a menu. And I said, you should experiment. Put some things in the bread. Try to figure out, let's do something different.
There's a guy I follow who does this.
She put dill in it and with a straight face
Yeah.
kept saying, I put dill in the dough. And she did everything but say the word. And I'm just like a 5-year-old snickering. And someone
dill-
else came up to
dildo.
me and just
I
said,
got that.
yes.
I just got that. Shit. God damn it.
Wait,
Hey,
where?
when that
Late to the
happens.
dildo party. Not like personally, but like in the conversation.
By the way, this has been the most clippable show we have ever made.
Your wife knows because she gave me one for Christmas.
Aw, that's
did.
sweet.
She did. Thank you, Leanne.
Clip.
Sauce great.
Leanne was late to the dildo game too.
Schnitzel
And
great.
something.
I'm a sucker for apple and fennel. And fennel, if friends of mine could take away 2 ingredients from me because they eat them too much at my house. One is fennel, both seed and bulb, and the other one are mussels. I can't get enough of either one. I put
like
Can
mussels.
I
I don't like mussels.
Can I do a wild flex? Mm-hmm. Kyle, do you remember when I taught you how to eat mussels?
Oh.
This is the man that taught me how to eat mussels. He takes the shell and then uses the shell to pull the insides out, and it's the most gangster move ever. And I show it to everyone.
Well, you have a big pile of big ones. Yeah.
This has been a dream episode. I love you guys. I've known you longer than a lot of people in this room, and you've always been kind and generous to me. And when you didn't need to, when I felt like an outsider, no one will really understand this. But when you're sitting with a bunch of stars and you're sitting there and your show's not performing well, and then someone who's the star of the network comes up and gives you some attention and introduces you to people. It's hugely generous, and
Because I loved you.
I
still love you, but that's very kind. Number one, I think that's a base level human being. It says more about the other people who don't do that than it says nothing that I get a pat on the back for, but it's very, very sweet of you to say. However, I was about to say the only fun parts I don't want to sit down and talk to all those fucking boring people or the ad sales teams. I mean, that's the expectation. And so being able to sit there with you and joke around and laugh at what was going on was the highlight of the upfronts every year for me. And I will never forget when it hadn't aired yet, but the wife carrying episode was going to air. And you said, okay, so I do this thing. And I'm just like, he goes, what do you think people are going to like that? And I said, wife carrying is a huge sport. I'm sure it's and I was like, I cannot wait to see the wife carrying episode.
You carried Leanne?
Oh yeah.
You won, I'm sure.
Want me to show you how I did it? Leanne, get over here. Leanne, one more time for old time's sakes. Baby. I'm in such better shape.
She's still traumatized. 20 years later, she's traumatized.
Did she fall?
Oh, yeah. Oh, aggressively.
It's really hard. You're basically doing...
I fell.
We ended up in like a pit of water, and my head was underwater.
For a long time?
Yeah, no, come here.
Oh, I mean,
This is how
For how long did you carry her like that?
for like uphill in a race.
In a race.
Could you put her down at all?
so much better now.
But you upside down is probably the worst part of
It
this.
was horrible.
Yeah.
And I had Greek food the night before, and it was...
It was this like pit of water that he ran through, and when he fell, my head went underwater.
Which, by the way, was what was cut out as the tease and
hold on
commercial
to.
leading up
It's
to
like,
the,
are you doing
for the
okay?
whole week.
She's underwater, like as I run through the water.
And you don't realize she's in the water?
She's behind me.
But
She's
you
like a
remember that the
tailgater, yeah.
falling in the mud was part of the
I'm
promo
gonna drown.
for that.
Yeah.
It was intense.
I had some good, my family's always paid dividends. I had one up front where they just were like, I heard you took your daughter on a roller coaster, and it cut to a picture of Isla at way too young of an age to be on a roller coaster, just, And those upfronts were a blast. They should do one just to, I know no one works there anymore, but just to, we'll all get back for a reunion.
They really don't do them anymore.
Yeah.
The media world has fractured and changed.
I know. Well,
But to let people know, the upfronts, they would get everyone in the Discovery family of lifestyle networks, so HGTV, Food Network, Travel Channel, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And everyone who was talent on the network, they did one in LA, one in New York, where everyone was there. Lincoln Center, 1,000 people in ad sales, and the heads of each network would get up and present, here's what's been great about last year, here's what's coming up next year.
I sat in one in LA, and I have to say this, I sat with Ken, like all the people that ran scripts, and my favorite dude in the world, Greg Regis. I
Who just left there, by the way.
I know, he texted me, I should text him. I sat with all of them, and I said, they said, so what do you tell us about this podcast stuff? I said, can I just tell you something? Now, this is 15 years, got to be 15 years. I was 37, 38 years old. I'm 53. I said, can I just give you an insight? I go, from my perspective, when I hear people talk about that their magazine is the #1 magazine on the newsstands, that sounds archaic to me. I said, I think you guys own the lifestyle brand. You should be taking your ad sales and doing podcasts. And they couldn't wrap their head around podcasts. And I said, you have all these built-in deals right now. I go, Bobby Flay, Rachel, Alton, Andrew, and I think you and Alton did one together for a second.
Well, we did. He
did.
was early to the game.
Yeah.
I was early to the game.
Yeah.
And so what we did was I did the Alton Brown podcast.
Yeah.
And then we stopped and we did this funny thing where we turned the microphones around because we were doing some video, and then I interviewed him for Go Fork Yourself, which was my podcast.
But I said you guys should pivot and take where media's going. And I was like, I'm doing this guy's podcast and I think it's going to be huge. And they're like, what's his name? I said, Joe Rogan. And they're like, the Fear Factor guy?
Yeah.
And I was like, you don't understand. And then when they started listening to podcasts, all they could say, they would call me during the podcast, Travel Channel would be like, stop smoking marijuana. And I would be like, and then I'm not even joking, Joe used to have to turn the camera onto something else when I'd smoke weed because Travel Channel
was getting mad,
But all I will say is, I mean, I was right, they were wrong. But this has been a dream episode, and Antonio, you know how
you love him.
how much you know how much you mean to my family, and you like that's like I mean it really is like when they said we can get Andrew at 9:30, I went absolutely, and they're like, who can we get with him? And they threw out a bunch of people. And then I was like, can we get Antonia? Because I don't feel like I love Antonio.
Love him.
and this has been no work for me. It's been a pure joy and a great way to start my day. Thank you guys.
Well, we're just excited that you're here in South Beach.
I am going to be here for the next 10 years.
Never leaving.
I'm never going
It's
back.
a great festival. I'm so glad you guys are coming to TOC tonight. Because that's a good one.
Tournament of Champions.
Tournament of Champions. Yeah. She knew.
She's my BFF. All right. Thank you. Great episode, everybody.
Thank you.
Something's burning.
This episode was brought to you by The Machine.